pay period started Saturday. Clemens now 44, back with the Yankees after 3 years with the Astros, made 3 warm-up starts in the minors and had his Monday start postponed due to a sore groin. First batter, Jose Bautista jumped all over it, deep, but foul. And they breathe a sigh of relief at Yankee Stadium. Now a full count to Bautista, base hit. Clemens, 1 batter, 1 hit. That's not what they're paying all that money for. 2 batters, Jason Bay, that's what they're paying the money for. Fastball looks like it's good to go. Next batter is Adam LaRoche, RBI single for LaRoche. Bautista coming in to score. The Pirates had a 1-0 lead early on Clemens. Wasn't rattled, though, facing Xavier Nady now. 2-2 fastball, got him. Clemens out of the first with limited damage. Top of the second now. 1 on Clemens facing Ronnie Paulino. Split finger fastball, got him. Clemens' 3rd K of the game. We go to the 4th now. Adam LaRoche at the plate. And Clemens like, may I help you? LaRoche is like, no thanks, I'm just looking. That's his 4th strikeout of the game. 2 batters later, it's Ryan Doman. And that's 5 Ks for Clemens. And let's take a look at those last 2 pitches that you saw. Both of the pitches thrown from the same arm angle, but if you freeze it as they're on their way to the plate, both in the same window, but the fastball stays straight, catches the outside corner, and the splitter will dive low and away from the batter. Really confusing for a hitter because the pitches start out the same way. So Clemens, pretty good stuff for his first start back in the majors this season. Later in the 4th, in a small jam with 2 on, Jack Wilson with a double. Bobby Abreu not quite tall enough. Nady and Ronnie Paulino come in to score. Pirates tied at 3. Top of the 6th now. Clemens still in, facing Nady now. Split finger fastball coming at him, and he couldn't do nothing with it. Number 6 on the day for Clemens. Same inning, 2 outs. Doman trying to get a piece of it, but he gets him again with a splitter. 108 pitches, 69 strikes, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 7 strikeouts. We continue surfing the interleague now. Mets and Tigers. Gary Sheffield's been making more than eye-opening quotes in GQ. 15 home runs in his last 35 games. Bottom 6, he'll take a base hit off Guillermo Mota there. Curtis Granderson scores. Tigers go up 6-3. Top 7 now. Tigers up 8-6. Wilfredo Ledesma on the mound. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Carlos Delgado's got an opportunity, but he can't make the most of it. Tigers get out of the jam. Top 9 now. Tigers up 8-7, consecutive strikeouts. Todd Jones trying to sit down Carlos Beltran, make it 3 in a row. But this is going to drop right between Placido Polanco and Magler Ordonez. And Jones is like, what are you guys doing? That should have been the 3rd out. Next batter is Delgado. He's got a chance one more time, but that's not going to hurt. Tigers hold on to win at 8-7. Jeremy Bonderman wins his 6th straight start.
Barry Bonds' watch was also the Barry Zito watch Saturday. Bonds telling his skip he didn't want to just watch, wanted to play. As for Zito, the former Oakland star, against his former Oakland mates, he was tough to watch. Bobby Crosby, his 6th. It's 2-0 A's. We go top 5. More problems for Zito. Dan Johnson, grounder. It goes off Ray Durham's shoulder. Zito lasted just 4 innings. He's given up 11 runs in a combined 8 innings against his former employer. Zito was one of the best. Dan Herron is one of the best. A .170 ERA gets Omar Vizquel there in a 5-0 game. Then we go bottom 6, 0-2 count on Bonds. And, well, Herron struck out 6 in 7 innings. Bonds, 2 singles, stolen base. He was the only Giant to reach second base against Herron, who improves his major league leading ERA to .58. And the A's win 6-0 against Durham on the comebacker there. To the Angels Friday. Can they figure out Irvin Santana, who's 0-5 with a .930 ERA and 6 road starts? Albert Pujols cannot. He Ks. Pujols 0 for 3, 2 Ks, batting .294. Top 2, Garrett Anderson. 2-run homer off Braden Looper. His 3rd. He'd leave later with a leg injury. Looper 11 hits in 6 innings, including this to Santana in the top of the 4th. We're in an NL Park, so the AL pitcher must hit. Santana does the double, and it's 4-0. We go 9th, 6-3 Angels. Sean Figgins, 21 for 40, batting .525 during a 9-game hitting streak. 4 hits in this one, 9-3 Halos.
It's an Ohio thing. Indians and Reds hook it up at Cincinnati. Ken Griffey Jr. entered the game, 577 career home runs. Bottom 7, update. Junior was number 578, his 15th of the season, so my math is correct. He's 22 from 600, Reds up 6-4. Top 8, David DeLucci. striking back for the Tribe. 2-run shot for him. Indians come back to tie it at 6. And they went to extras. Bottom 10, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Alex Gonzalez thinks he's got something here. Franklin Gutierrez says, no, you don't. In the corner. Nice grab. DeLucci said the game just kept going on and on. I thought we'd be playing until Sunday's game. Top 11, 2 outs. Indians up 7-6. They could use some insurance. And like a good neighbor, Victor Martinez is there. Indians going to win it 8-6. Mariners and Padres back at it Saturday. They win 11 innings on Friday. Jeff Weaver, just back from the DL, gets Kevin Kuzminoff here. He had been on the DL since May 11th. He would leave the game the 4th with a stiff back. We move to the top of the 7th. Mariners down 5-1 with the bases loaded. I don't know how you say clutch in Japanese, but if I did, I'd say it there. Ichiro driving in 2. Seattle down 5-3. Top 8, they're down 5-4. It's Richie Sexson facing Scott Linebrink. 1-2 count, and Sexson gone. His 9th of the year, and the score is tied at 5. Top 9, a runner on. Jose Lopez up the middle. Here comes Willie Bloomquist. Mariners have taken 2 straight from San Diego, and they won 6 of 7 overall. Drew facing Julian Tavares. Advantage Drew, 2-run homer, his 3rd of the season. Diamondbacks out to a 3-0 lead. Top 6, same score. Jason Varitek facing Micah Onings. That was not coming back either. 7th of the season for Varitek, and the Red Sox pull within 1. Top 8, 3-2, still runner on first. Varitek again. This time into center field, but still trouble. J.D. Drew trying to score all the way from first. He's in there. Varitek with all 3 Red Sox RBI. Game tied at 3. They would go to extra innings. Top 10 now. Bases full of Sox from Mike Lowell. Lowell will get one up into the air. Now, Carlos Quentin is out there. Just like Tony Soprano, he's got himself a gun, but he misfires. David Ortiz is in to score. Wally! The Red Sox take the 4-3 lead. Bottom 10 now, same score. Jonathan Papelbon facing Mark Reynolds, and that's not going to hurt a bit. Red Sox win at 4-3. They're 20-3 in their league play the last 2 seasons.
5 back, looking for their 3rd straight win in Atlanta, but facing Tim Hudson, who starts the game out with a little houses for Alfonso Soriano, who hit 3 homers against them Friday. Warnings immediately issued. Cubs would score 4 in the first. Andrew Jones, 7 for 10, 4 home run, 11 RBI against his former teammate Jason Marquis. Bottom 1, Michael Barrett calling for the pitch low. Marquis pitch, letter high. Jones, 2-run homer, his 11th. It's 4-2. Marquis and Barrett did not fight after the inning. Top 2, Soriano at bat again, and Hudson gets him to fly out, and on the way back to the dugout, Soriano says something, maybe you'll get yours. Huddy Wood in a different way. Bottom 2, tied, 2 on. Andrew Jones singles off Marquis. 5-4. Marquis' career ERA 14.04 against Atlanta. Here's where Huddy got his. Jack Jones, comebacker, hits Hudson's shin. Trainers come out, take a look. Hudson left the game. X-rays negative. He said he won't miss a start. Top 7. Braves up 9-5. Barrett flies to center. Andrew Jones and Edgar Renteria drove in 7 of the 9 runs, but Edgar didn't make a catch like that. Top play nominee from Jones, has been doing that forever.
And he had the breakdancing finish, too.
Yeah, the Braves win at 9-5, snap a 4-game losing streak.
Legs in wild style there. Brewers and Rangers. Francisco Cordero, 22 for 22 in save opportunities this season. 1 earned run and 24 2/3 this season. Bottom 9, Rangers down 3-1. Kenny Lofton's going to get on with 2 outs and 2 strikes. Prince Fielder stumbles. Ramon Vasquez scores. Rangers down 3-2. Next batter is Marlon Byrd. He says, I got your 22 saves right here. Gerald Laird comes in to score. Game tied at 3. Cordero's first blown save of the season. Next batter is Michael Young, and he's got the save blown already, and now he's going to lose. Corey Hart can't field this cleanly. Lofton comes in to score. Rangers come back to win it 4-3. Tough deal for Ben Sheets, who threw 7 scoreless innings. Royals snapped a 7-game home losing streak Friday against the Phillies. Let's see what happened on Saturday. That's John Lieber. Just got back from 3 days in Alabama for the birth of his son, Jonah. David DeJesus with a base hit to lead off the game for the Royals, but that was about it. Next batter, Mark Goodzelantic, C. Next batter is Mark Tien. He's just looking. Next batter is Shane Costa, swinging. Lieber struck out the side after the single in the first. Bottom 2nd, Alex Gordon looking. Next batter, John Buck. Got him. And then Ryan Sheely, just so you understand, 6 Ks in a row for Lieber. Struck out 11 in the game. Top 4, man on first, Pat Burrell with a rope. Joey Gathright can't get it. Aaron Rowan scores. It's 2-0 Phillies. Bottom 9 is 4-0 Phillies. Lieber trying to complete the job, and he does. 3-hitter for him with the 11 Ks, and the Phillies win 4-0.
Go back to the bases. Johan Santana on the hill for the Twins, who find themselves 1 game under 500, hosting the Nationals, facing LaVale Spinar. He's a former Twins farmhand who had an ERA of 14-14 over his last 4 starts. Got Joe Mauer there. He went 0-for-4 in his second game back. And then Ryan Zimmerman off Santana, in the words of Robert Zimmerman, bye and bye. 3-run shot is 9th. It's 3-1, and then Spinar gets Michael Kadire with high heat. Spinar goes 6 innings. The Nats win 3-1, and Santana falls to 6-6.
Dodgers and Jays from LA runs hard to come by on this one. Jays looking to end a 3-game losing streak. Top 6, no score. It's Matt Stairs. See ya. Off Derek Lowe. 9th of the year for Stairs. Blue Jays take a 1-0 lead. Same score, bottom 6, bases loaded, 2 outs. Sean Markham gets Luis Gonzalez to pop up. Foul territory, but Troy Gloss like, don't worry, I got us. Inning over. Told you runs were hard to come by. Still 1-0. Bottom 7, bases loaded again, 2 outs. Scott Downs into the game. He gets Tony Abreu the ground out. Blue Jays out of another jam. Dodgers now 13 for 60 with the bases loaded this season. I told you runs were hard to come by. Bottom 8, Casey Jansen gets Russell Martin the ground out. Blue Jays win it 1-0. Low, 3rd complete game lost this season. That's hard luck. That brings us to SportsCenter's top 10 plays. We start at number 10, Pirates and Yankees. Melky Cabrera with a liner. Jason Bay with a great catch to make the countdown. Went down and got it, but Cabrera will get his chance for a top play a little bit later.
Number 9, Astros, White Sox. Houston's Chris Burke. Luis Torrero gives Ozzie Guillen something to smile about. He gets the top play, but the Astros get the win.
Number 8, Arena Football. The Voodoo and the Desperados. Steve Belisario to Tyrone Jones in the back of the end zone. Goes through the boards but hangs on, but the Voodoo couldn't. They lost 80-79.
Rockies Orioles at number 7, Rodrigo Lopez coming back to Camden, where he pitched for a number of years before being dealt to the Rockies, and he brought his adult glove, gets Corey Patterson there, and the Rocks got the win.
Number 6, Indians and Reds. Game tied at 6, bottom 10, Alex Gonzalez with a fly ball. Franklin Gutierrez at the wall. Wow. And into the wall, down, but he hung on. Indians going to win at 8-6.
We got Gold Cup at 5. It's Trinidad and Tobago against the USA. So already they're at United States at a country disadvantage. Landon Donovan, the unselfish heads-up pass to Eddie Johnson. Donovan becomes the U.S. career points leader with the assist. USA wins 2-0 or 2-0.
Pirates and Yankees. Ronnie Paulino at the plate, but Melky Cabrera makes number 4 with a great catch. And the Yankees going to win at 9-3 behind Roger Clemens.
Wilbur at number 3, Chad Johnson against a horse named Restore the Roar, which sounds like a Ted Nugent tour.
Number 2.
Again, the runner goes. Counsell blasting away to right field. And a dive. Wow, he got it, Marlon Byrd. And he'll get up and fire in. That is an unbelievable double play.
That's one of the best you'll ever see right there.
Well, got to give Marlon Byrd his props.
Yeah, and if that was 2, then you better hold on for 1, because it better be something else. And it's Andrew Jones robbing Michael Barrett, the Cubs-Braves game. Jones also homered in this game and had 3 RBI. The Braves ended a 4-game losing streak with a 9-5 win.